You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Back to throw. Jones completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series. And they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Fields. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Fields now to throw. Man open is Robinson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guy.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Jones now off the play fake. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. The return man, Wilson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Off the play fake. Jones. They'll roll him out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Jones on 1st and 10. That swung out to Mostert. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be a second down. Back to throw again. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Yeah, so hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields eluding the pressure right. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now it's Wilson. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Off the bootleg, Jones rolling to his right, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Touchdown 49ers. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Javon Kinlaw gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24 and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Gold now out to kick it away. Grant sets to return it. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Throwing after the interception. Fields flush to his right. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Pass rusher extraordinaire, Dee Ford that time, getting the sack. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I noticed you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here comes Grant on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. They begin the drive with Williams. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
From the 25 on second down, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long.
54. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Hey, get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, right.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
We want it. Come to my world. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
To the air again, Fields steps away to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Mike 51, Mike 51. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Fields. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 12-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise,
and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.